sort of can we do in a space that obviously was designed to hold slides that aren't being used too much anymore? So this is this curved screen, you might guess, is for when you get really close, you get a slightly immersive experience, which is what we're going for. It's a really elegant space. It's designed by one of the university architects, Kim McLean, who's actually retiring in just a few weeks. So this is kind of his signature. His sign-off.
He's very proud of this.
He's very proud of it, and I think rightly so. So what we have, obviously, is this large wall on which is projected a blended image coming from, as you can see, these two projectors, these Panasonic projectors. We have a third projector that actually you can hook up a laptop. Somebody brings in a PowerPoint that way. You can also show Blu-ray, DVD, VHS. I was rocking out to music earlier today. We have 5.1 surround sound all around. Nicely hidden, I think, elegantly hidden. And, you know, what it is this space where you can see things big, really large. And what I've got here for you now is a particularly large print. It's one of its kind in the world of the city of Amsterdam from about 1614 or something like that, which is sort of a nice introduction to size-wise what can be done. Let me get that out of the way. Really the thing we were going for is ultimately that you can model, and what you don't see, but what's over here, and you can have a look at it. We've got a pretty nice computer of Precision by Dell with an NVIDIA quadruplex, so a GPU that's fairly powerful. I all along wanted to have something over here that was extremely powerful and would allow us to do kind of effortless modeling. You still have to do the modeling, but you wouldn't be hampered by sort of bad refresh or anything like that, that you'd actually be able to move along quite quickly. And that's what we've got in this. Now what I'm doing here, just to sort of give, this is actually what I hope will be the first of many, and I hope this will be successful. Sorry for the herky-jerky, but this is a plan of Prague Castle, the castle in Prague. Very famous for being the largest castle in the world. It also happens to have the largest garden in the world, or suite of gardens. And what you see here is the South Garden. And Stephen Mansbach, a member of our faculty, proposed this project that I'm currently working on, literally just in SketchUp, just sketching up a model of the garden itself. And next Wednesday we're going to have a meeting with him and landscape architects here at the University of Maryland to try to get them on board with this idea of modeling the entire garden space, which was designed in its modern sense, I should say, by an architect named Joseph Plechnik, who had a certain vision, obviously, for the space, and is curious to see how landscape evolves over time. So what we're going to hope to do eventually is to create a model that will have backside inputs that's fed by databases. And that's where, again, this computer becomes very nice, and this space becomes even nicer because, of course, you can see it big. So we hope to do many things in this space. I'm not going to take the time to show you, like, one of the things that we can do is using a Wiimote. This is not our original idea. Many of you will probably be familiar with Johnny Lee's recognition of how you can sort of use this, but we've adapted it to this space, not wholly successfully. Basically, we can take half of that screen and make it interactive. So for Maryland Day, we're going to have Jeopardy, and the interactive part will be on that side, and the question or the answer or whatever will be on this side. And it's actually pretty successful to this point. So we've got a lot of ideas, and we're very excited about the space. But as I say, we're just starting to sort of understand what it can do. I mean, these projectors are capable of projecting in 3D, but to be honest with you, I haven't had a chance yet to even explore that because between a late startup, we only got going really about late February, and a busy semester, I'm going to wait till summer to sort of even investigate that. So we're pretty excited about the potential of this space. So.
What are the Panasonics are HD?
Yeah, they're HD. Oh my gosh, it's been. I'm a PhD holding art historian, so which means I'm the best tech person in art history, but I'm still an art historian. So they are. I mean, I'll use my height to good advantage here because I used to have this. I used to dream these numbers. It's HD and it's DZ6710. This is a fairly new projector. It came out about this time last year. I think it was actually there's like a big conference in the spring, late spring or early. Yeah. It was kind of Infocom. It was really pushed at that. I think there.
They just come out.
Yeah, exactly. So, so these are fairly new projections. Very good. I'm very happy with their quality so far. I will tell you one thing that, and another reason I'm not so interested in like sort of flipping a switch and trying something new with them yet is that this right projector, so left screen, would blink for the longest time, and it's now stable. And the AV integrator came in and re-terminated everything. And I think that might have done it. Every once in a while it blinks. Every once in a while. So, as he said, you know, a project like this, he's guessing it'll take 6 months to shake out. And we're still very much in that shaking out period. But we're very happy with what we have. It's a very flexible space. I've had classes up here. I myself teach up here from time to time.
You might want to talk a little bit about the budget because there were some constraints there.
Oh yeah.
Well.
Well.
Facilities, and I think given the amount of money to work with, they
right.
did an admirable job.
Oh yeah, we were extremely constrained. Actually, we had to keep it under $90,000 total, and actually we kept it significantly under $90,000 in the end. And the real key is that surface there. All that is flat white paint. That's all it is. You know, and there. I know you're all probably familiar with like paint on screen. We brought in samples of that and everything, and screen glue. Screen glue is absolutely the worst thing for this because it blemishes or bruises when you touch it. As you can see, there's nothing keeping people from touching this. Although when we do interactive, we're actually not touching the screen at all. And then the paint on screen with the particulates, the aluminum particulates that are redirecting the light, it just completely destroys any sort of illusion of a seamless, continuous image. So
we have actually used plain white walls in a lot of our larger classrooms, particularly in fact the large lecture hall downstairs. And one that we'll be seeing last, the BRB lecture hall, we're doing that as well. And as long as it's a good finish, and I think Ken said this was, what, a level 5 finish, which is as smooth as you can get it.
They've actually painted it 3 times, because the first time they went through it, they didn't really have the level 5 to the appropriate standards. And the second time, so they had to come through, and I said, well, let's throw gray on there, because, you know, gray brings out more contrast. But actually, that's not good for any of you taking notes, because what that did is it created a lot of shadows. Really bad, actually. It was like, whoa, that's worse. So I said, let's go back to the white, and you know, this is as good as I think it's going to get. Now, this probably, I don't know how much they spent constructing the wall. I mean, painting the wall is like sub $1,000. I can tell you that. The construction of the wall will not be tens of thousands of dollars, but the screen that we could have gotten from Stewart, you are on the business, so of course you know that that was $50,000. So that would have taken over half of our budget right off the bat, and we were more interested in this than we were in that. I mean, we're obviously interested in that, but this was more critical, so we're like, you know, if Robert Smith, and he did just pass away suddenly in December, if he walks in and says, I don't like that, maybe we can say, give us $50,000 for a screen. So,
we've had good luck with it in other rooms too, which I think also made us feel not so hesitant about trying it in this venue.
Yeah.
You remember what brand of paint?
Yeah. I was thinking you were going to ask that. I actually can look it up to be on the email. I've got it somewhere, but it's Duron's. Yeah, it's Duron's flat white for duration. It's called duration. Just flat white. And like I said, I even tried the gray.
It's made by Sherwin-Williams.
Right, exactly. Actually, I think, I'm trying to think, yeah, it's the Sherwin-Williams store I went to, but it's duration. And it's just interior, not exterior.